that?
No, removing me triggered a response from the ring. I need you to understand. There's not much time.
If you knew how you were going to die,
If you knew how you were going to die,
how would you live your life differently?
how would you live your life differently?
That voice. It's Cortana's.
No, it's not her. Just dust and echoes.
What did you say?
What? It's just pieces of data cycling until they run out of power. It's all around us.
Today, I was called an emotionless automaton. They saw faces. 75 healthy subjects, handpicked by me, perfect for the program. They will not all survive. I understand that and have made peace with it. Mostly. There is one subject that I find myself hoping does live through this. He is perfectly suited for what is coming. He has been assigned a number. 117.
There's something up ahead. I can feel it calling out to me.
Halo Infinite walkthrough. This is part 2 of the Foundation level, so we've already done a little bit of fighting, but it was largely a lot of walking, so there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. And we're actually going to be coming up to a cutscene pretty soon, so there's not going to be a whole lot of talking from me early on here. So this video, I think, is a little over 20 minutes long, and that probably puts the whole length of Foundation, at least on Legendary, my first time through, about 30 minutes long or so. And that's going to be pretty typical with some of the levels that we'll be doing in this game. They are somewhat lengthy, so that's good. At least if you're playing on Legendary, I imagine it's a lot easier to breeze through if you're on an easier difficulty. But it is kind of nice because it's sort of fun just to come and sit down and play Halo for a while and suffer a little bit, but not too much. There's going to be some of these sniper jackals. Yes, they have returned. So like the other Halo games are going to have like a shine on their face, and that's gonna let you know where they are, but there's not a beam rifle. There's this weird sort of sniper pulse rifle that I think takes about 3 shots to kill you, but they'll shoot you pretty darn fast. We're also gonna need to come down here, kind of like Doom Eternal, and pick up a power seed so we can power on the light bridge.
Is it safe?
I think so. Yes. It's safe. This is part of me. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it is me. It was the last part I remember being deleted. Let me just...
You are here because you were chosen. Our enemies are getting smarter and more numerous every day. What I am about to show you will help turn the tide of war. I have been working to harness the strategic power of a shipborne AI onto the battlefield. Are you ready?
Yes, Dr. Halsey.
Unlike previous AI models, she will reside between your mind and the suit, directly communicating with your neural interface. Think of her as a new set of eyes to aid your reactions, and upgrade your reconnaissance. She's not the driver, but a way to level the playing field.
What do I call her?
Ask her. She named herself.
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
Together you become our newfound hope. Together, you become our key to humanity's survival. She will do anything necessary to make sure that your mission is accomplished, even if that means sacrificing herself, or you, to accomplish it.
What happened? I touched it and
Was that real?
it's just data. It's just here. Clusters of recursive code. But this, on the other hand, this is the framework I used to trap Cortana. It contains a copy of the activation index, at least fragments of it. What should we do with it?
Do we need it?
Well, based on what you've told me so far, the bigger question is, do the Banished need it?
Do it.
That was... something? Let's go. Did I miss something? There's a file that's been unlocked, but I don't have access.
We need a route out of here.
Okay, let's see. There's a breach close by. It should lead us to the surface. Give me a second, and I'll get this bridge activated. We've got company, Chief. Meet me at the plinth up ahead.
Surprise, human! You can't handle it!
Wow, you got here fast. Not the type to waste any time, huh?
No.
Noted. Let's go.
Alright, I couldn't decide if I wanted to narrate the earlier parts, but there were two sort of kind of cutscenes with Cortana talking to us, so I just decided to be lazy and I didn't really want to edit that. So here we back are. There's still going to be more cutscenes, of course, and I'll try to shut up before those happen, and we're just kind of on this straight bridge where not a whole lot of exciting things have happened. Here is going to be one of those plasma turrets. We've seen these before, but they haven't really been as annoying as this one. So if you have the pulse rifle, which as I mentioned earlier is really the only precision rifle that we're given this early, then that's the best weapon to use to take it out. And I did die a couple of times here, so you'll want to just be a little bit patient. Use the cover, try to avoid the grenades, and pay attention to your radar. Your radar is super helpful for locating enemies, and that is something that I need to work on greatly, especially online, but it's just something that you want to keep in the back of your head at all times. Like if you're not sure where an enemy is, and you can't really figure it out with the audio cues, then you look at the radar, and just go where the dot is. And if you're wondering why my enemies are not red, it is because I have a difficult time seeing the red outlines and the red dots and all of that good stuff, so most games don't let me change that color, but Halo does, thankfully, so I change it to a color that I can see better, which is yellow or green or whatever color it is. I think I picked lime, I don't really remember. Whatever it is, the point is I can see it. And I know some people who have played like on my computer, they've played Halo and they get confused because they think it's a good guy because it's not red. Yeah, I know, but for me, that bright color means bad guy, so that's why. You can change the enemy color to whatever you want, and I think even your friendly colors and the color of the people who are in your team. So they did a pretty good job with that. Most games really don't let you change that directly. So there's an audio log we're going to pick up here, and I don't really know why it gave me that pop-up. We've already gotten, I guess it was a different audio log. I might have gotten a UNSC audio log, and now that's a banished one. But they're the same thing. I mean, they're both audio logs. There's a ton of audio logs in this game. If you are a completionist, you'll like Halo Infinite. There's a lot of stuff to collect. And even if you're not a completionist, if you're someone who just likes a good game and you just want to sit down and play something like Halo and just explore a world and collect stuff over a short amount of time, then hey, here you go. So we're going to pick up this pistol so we can shoot this brute here, and we want to kill him as fast as possible with headshots. I am a little bit surprised I killed him that easily. Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't. Yeah, there he is. I thought I killed him. Okay, there we go. Now, soon, he'll be dead once we come up here. There we go. Okay. And then he's going to drop a skewer. We want to make sure that does not hit us, but it's also a little bit misleading. So if you're on an easier difficulty, the skewer is very good. If you are on legendary, do not pick up the skewer. We'll see why later, but it's just not going to be very helpful. There's not really many enemies that we're going to be running into that it's going to help us with. Maybe you could hit a couple of brutes with it, but I think I tried to take the skewer all the way with me to the end, and that just does not work. So we're going to pick up that power seed and jump on into the elevator. And then we're going to find something interesting, something I didn't expect to see in a Halo game.
Chief, stop. Is that a Spartan? We need to find out what happened. She was carrying an enhanced shield module. Let's see what I can find out about her. Accessing. This is Spartan Bonita Stone, recon specialist. Her vitals have been offline for nearly a month. Cause of death was an energy blade, but different, stronger. A single strike. She never saw it coming.
So dead Spartans I expected to see, but it's the shield cores, and this gives us enhanced shields, but we're also later going to get upgrades for these, so we're not going to have our first Spartan core for a little while, but once we get our Spartan core, we're going to be able to upgrade our kit, and that's something that I really never thought would happen in Halo. They're kind of treating it somewhat like an RPG, but it's pretty light, you know, it's not complicated at all, and like most other games where you have choice, I'm not really going to show the choices I make. I'm just going to say for you guys, upgrade the items in your gear that you want. You know, everything's useful, and there's no wrong way to play. So whatever works for you, that's the one you want to upgrade. But on Legendary, I might recommend upgrading your shields first, even though it doesn't really feel like it makes a big difference. Maybe it gives you an extra hit or something like that. It really doesn't feel like the upgraded shields make a huge difference on Legendary. You still die super fast, really, no matter how many shields you have. And then we're going to be introduced to the Disruptor. Maybe we've seen this before, it's kind of hard to tell. And none of the weapons are really new because they released the multiplayer way earlier than the campaign, so everyone got pretty used to the weapons. And the Disruptor is interesting because once you hit an enemy 3 times with it, then it will explode and do damage over time. And it's really good at taking out vehicles, but it's not as good at taking out shields as I thought it would be. At least online, it's pretty good at killing Spartans with full shields, but there was a sniper jackal over there that I shot with a skewer, so skewer is not totally useless, but I still think it's a waste of time to pick up on Legendary. But anyway, back to the Disruptor. I thought it might be good at taking out shields in this game, and it really isn't. So if there's like a grunt flying around and a ghost, and you have a Disruptor, then it is really good at dealing with that ghost. But other than that, it's just sort of a weapon that you can use when you don't want to waste ammo on your other weapons. And of course, even with the assault rifle, try to aim for the head. The headshots do seem to matter with the assault rifle, which is a little different from earlier games. And there's going to be a lot of enemies in this room. This is a pretty large room, so I'm sticking to the left side. And do not shoot those glowing boxes, or if you do shoot them, make sure that they blow up completely before you walk near them. Those big glowing boxes will explode and send out a ton of shards that will home in on you. And that'll be useful later, but right now it resulted in my literal disintegration. So I cut that death out, but really just pay attention here, try to not get swarmed, and you'll just want to pay attention to your radar. And I'm going to use a lot of grenades. I'm really not good at killing jackals yet. I realized later there are much better weapons to use for that than the assault rifle. And as usual, we want to try to stagger them and hit them in the head, so this little sniper gun's good for that. I will say headshots are a little confusing to me in this game. They seem to kind of come and go. Sometimes you get them all day long, and sometimes you can't hit a head to save your life. That one was just bad luck for that grunt. Okay, so I think that jump cut was when I died to one of those big giant things that I shot down. So this is actually the first boss room that we're in right now, and first we have to power up the elevator. So there we go, we finally kill everything, and if you just pay attention in the bottom left, or I guess the middle left of the screen, there are so many checkpoints.
This elevator's drawing power from the ring. Well, it was. The seed is missing.
I think Cortana might have been talking there. She's just telling us to head on over and find a power seed, so we're going to run down here and go into this doorway. And then there's going to be a weirdly long walk that we have to do to get the seed.
Genetic repositories, Forerunner storage vessels, Silexes.
How do you know this?
I was stuck in that room for 6 months, surrounded by them. Let's just say they talk a lot. That should do it. Let's get back to the elevator. Get that cradle powered up. This isn't Forerunner. It identifies as banished.
Can you operate it?
In my sleep. Not that I sleep, but... Oh! I don't need to. It's already on its way down.
Incoming.
But what if it's a friend?
It isn't.
Escherum's orders are that you should be brought before him. He did not specify in how many pieces.
Tremonius Boss fight. If possible, try to start this fight with a plasma pistol and a needler. The bigger problem with this fight isn't so much Tremonius himself, it is those stupid little jackals that are around him. It's kind of hard to focus on him when they're also shooting you, so we're going to run in a wide circle, and I apologize for a couple of hitchiness in this video. I don't know why, there's a couple of frozen scenes, but hopefully the main point gets across. And we're going to come in a wide circle all the way back around, and we're going to shoot these 3 boxes that we see. There's going to be one directly to our left, and then one further down. So again, I don't know why my video is doing that. And then we're going to shoot that one over there. And our hope is that those explosions are going to kill the jackals. And that it's a little bit of luck, but there's also a plasma pistol and a needler over here, so we're going to pick that up because I didn't have one. And now that those explosions are done, do not get near them, they will kill you. Now we can focus on Tremonius. So he's going to shoot you, he'll charge at you and kill you in one hit. He's a pretty tough first boss and an incredible difficulty spike compared to what the game has been so far. This guy took me well over 10 attempts, and we're just going to try to hit him with our plasma pistol shots. The plasma pistol seems to trace onto enemies a little bit more consistently than it does online, so you can shoot him from pretty far away, and once his shields are down, that's when we're going to spam him with the needler. Again, I don't know why my video's lagging. It was very, very strange, but we're just going to keep throwing needlers and grenades at him, jumping around this box, trying not to get killed until he dies.
You were right. He was not friendly. By the looks of him, he was some sort of leader. They called him Tremonius.
Not anymore.
That's almost funny.
I repeat, multiple banished craft are converging on your location. They're coming for you.
Sierra 117. Understood.
I've been trying to reach you. You vanished. I thought I was on my... Okay, I got your location. On my way. Be ready.